Welcome to the Kitty Cat Go Adventure podcast, where we discuss various topics related to cat adventure, travel, training, and enrichment. I'm your host, Emily Hall, cat trainer and cat adventure enthusiast. Join me as I share my own tips and advice and chat with the experts to help and encourage you to give your cat the best life possible. Remember, no adventure is too big or too small. I can't wait to learn, grow, and explore with you. Hello there, Emily here. Today, I'm trying something new. If you've been a long-time listener of the podcast, then you know my episodes have historically consisted of me interviewing guests about their area of expertise as it pertains to cat adventures, training, and enrichment. While I plan to continue doing guest interviews, I will also be sprinkling in some solo episodes where I share my own tips and advice on various cat adventure, training, and enrichment topics. So welcome to my very first solo episode. I hope you enjoy. The first topic I wanted to tackle is how to know if your cat is meant for the adventure life. While I am obviously a big proponent of taking your cat outside on a harness and leash, I also recognize that some cats might not be comfortable with it or even enjoy it. I personally have 7 cats, and while all but 1 are comfortable going out in the backyard on a harness and leash, only 3 really enjoy going on bigger adventures like hikes or road trips. Before beginning your adventure training, it's important to first assess your cat's personality to try and determine what they might be comfortable with or enjoy. Just like with people, cats have different personalities and preferences, and it's important to listen to your cat and follow their lead. I believe there are 6 personality traits that are usually fairly common to cats who quickly and naturally take to outdoor adventures. Now, that's not to say that a cat can't learn to love traveling and adventuring. Your cat may even surprise you and love it when you thought they wouldn't. But it will come more naturally to those cats with these certain traits. Trait number 1, sociable and friendly. Unless you only plan to take your cat out in the backyard, which is 100% acceptable and awesome by the way, you will inevitably run into a fair share of people and plenty of dogs at some point. If your cat likes making new friends, or at least doesn't mind encountering new people or animals in passing, your cat will have a much easier time. Of course, even if your cat is not naturally comfortable with strangers, there are some things you can do to help acclimate them and get them more comfortable. One of the best ways to start acclimating your cat to new people is to invite friends or family over to meet your cat. Don't force an interaction. It's important to let your cat choose to come out and meet your visitors. Give your visitors treats to help entice your kitty to come to them, or give them your cat's favorite toy to play with, or have a short and easy clicker training session with your cat and your visitors. Anything you can do to help your cat associate the new people with positive experiences. Trait number 2, easily handled. When you're out on an adventure with your cat, you can expect that you will need to pick them up at some point, either because you need to avoid a dangerous situation, because they're tired and need a rest, because you are wanting or needing to travel at a quicker pace or in a different direction than they want to go, or because they become restless or uncooperative for some reason. Because of the need to sometimes pick your cat up, cats that already don't mind being handled, picked up, or even carried are a lot easier to manage, train, and adventure with. That being said, just as with acclimating your cat to strangers, there are some steps you can take to get your cat to be more accepting of handling if they aren't already. Touch training can be very effective. With touch training, you start by pairing your touch with your cat's favorite treat. Lickable treats like Cat It Creamies or Churros are perfect for this. You want to start your touch training with an area of your cat's body that they are most likely to be accepting of, the less sensitive areas such as your cat's shoulder blades or back. Touch your cat in one of these areas and give them a treat reward. As you touch them, let your cat lick the treat. As soon as you stop touching, stop giving the treat. Continue this process, gradually increasing the amount of time you touch or pet your cat, eventually working up to other areas of your cat's body like their sides and eventually their bellies. Those are important areas to acclimate your cat with your touch because those are the areas you would need to touch if you have to pick them up. Trait number 3, confident and not easily spooked or stressed. Does your cat spook or become stressed easily? If so, they may have a more difficult time getting acclimated to outdoor adventures. When you're outside, especially around other people and animals, there is no way to predict what will happen around you. People may shout, someone may start mowing their lawn, dogs may bark, a plane may fly overhead, you name it. If your cat can't handle these things without getting scared and trying to bolt, you'll both have a stressful time. An easily spooked cat out on an adventure is more likely to slip out of their harness, which can be a recipe for disaster for obvious reasons. If your cat maintains a confident and calm demeanor despite loud noises, crowds of people, and sudden movements, your adventure training will be much smoother and easier. Most cats will struggle with loud and sudden noises to some extent though, so it's always important to slowly introduce your cat to the outdoors and new environments, no matter how confident they are. If you have a cat who is more timid and easily spooked, you can increase their general confidence level by engaging in interactive play with them and also with clicker training sessions. Play and training will help strengthen the bond you share with your cat, which will in turn increase their sense of trust in you and their overall confidence. One of the best toys for interactive play is a wand toy. These allow your cat to chase, stalk, and pounce like they would with their prey. Giving your cat the opportunity to act on those natural hunting instincts will do wonders for their confidence levels. As for clicker training, you want to start small and easy with behaviors like target training, sit, and jump. As your cat learns and masters these beginning behaviors, you can move on to the skills that will eventually be used on future adventures, like backpack training, recall, making eye contact, and car training. The more comfortable your cat is with these kinds of skills at home, the more confident they will be on adventures. Plus, any kind of training you do with your cat will build that bond and help to make your kitty more confident in general. Are you tired of dragging around a soggy or dirt-covered leash on all your cat adventures? Say goodbye to the leash struggles because I've got the perfect solution for you. Introducing the Kylo leash, the one and only biothane leash designed exclusively for cats. Picture this, a leash that's waterproof, odor-proof, easy to clean, and cruelty-free. That's the Kylo leash in a nutshell. It's not just a leash, it's a game changer for your cat's outdoor adventures. No more dirt and debris, no more soggy disasters, just pure, worry-free fun. My Kylo leashes are handcrafted, fully customizable, and come in a rainbow of colors and varying lengths. Whether you prefer the basics or crave a hands-free experience, I've got you covered. And guess what? They come with a lifetime guarantee because I believe in the lasting quality of my products. Elevate your cat's adventures now by visiting shop.kittycatgo.com and entering the code PODCAST at checkout for 10% off your next order. Customize your Kylo leash today and let the adventures begin. Trait number 4, inquisitive and engaged. Is your cat into everything? Are they curious and interested in new things, frequently engaged with you and their surroundings? Are they even curious about the outdoors? If so, your kitty will probably enjoy the excitement of going out on a harness and leash. There are so many new sights, smells, and sounds, so if your cat has a curious and inquisitive personality, they will probably enjoy experiencing everything the outdoors has to offer. The truth is, cats require enrichment and mental and physical stimulation to ensure they are living their happiest and healthiest life. A bored cat can become depressed or destructive, and they can even develop health issues. While there are a multitude of ways to provide enrichment for your cat, safe outdoor time is one of the best. The outdoors contains a myriad of sights, smells, sounds, and even tastes that your cat has no other way of experiencing firsthand. Harness and leash training your cat literally opens them up to a whole new world of possibilities. So if your cat is inquisitive and looking for more, I'd suggest satisfying that curiosity by harness and leash training for safe outdoor adventures. Trait number 5, high energy. Do you have a wild and rambunctious cat who never seems to slow down? Cats with a high energy level need more engagement and enrichment in their lives to keep them from becoming bored or stressed. Providing them with a safe way to explore the great outdoors is an excellent way to give them what they crave while also giving them an outlet to release all that pent-up energy. High-energy cats will most likely enjoy the thrill of exploring outdoors and maybe even taking a hike in the woods. However, if your cat is more laid back and chill, that doesn't mean they won't appreciate the wonder of the outside world. They may just prefer to do it by sitting and basking in the sun or smelling the flowers rather than running around and climbing trees. As we adventure with our cats, it's always important to remember that we are doing this for them, not for ourselves. If your cat wants to just sit and enjoy or meander around rather than taking a walk or hiking down the trail, that's okay. They are getting what they need and enjoying themselves, and that's what matters most. Trait number 6, food motivated. If your cat will do anything for a treat, they will be a lot easier to train. Whether you are training your cat to wear a harness, to walk on a leash, or to acclimate to the outside, they will need some sort of reward or incentive. While toys and praise can sometimes do the trick, food and treats are the easiest things to train and motivate with. If you're having a hard time finding a treat your cat is motivated by, you might need to try something new, maybe a dry crunchy treat, some kibble, freeze-dried treats, canned food, or my cat's personal favorite, lickable treats. If you're still struggling, you might want to review your cat's regular eating habits, as they play a big role in their food motivation as well. For example, the type of food your cat eats, how often they are fed, and whether or not they have constant access to a food bowl or are fed scheduled meals. Cats who are fed portioned, scheduled, and timed meals throughout the day will be much more willing to train and work for treats than a cat who free feeds with never-ending access to a food bowl of kibble. If you are considering changing up your cat's feeding habits to increase their food motivation, be sure to consult with your veterinarian to make sure you make the changes in the healthiest and easiest way possible. Okay, so just to recap, the 6 personality traits that I covered are sociable, easily handled, confident, inquisitive, high energy, and food motivated. If your cat possesses all or most of these traits, they might be a natural cat adventurer. If you have goals of taking your cat outdoors on harness and leash, but they don't have all or even any of the personality traits I've mentioned, don't toss the idea out the window just yet. I mentioned ways that you can work with your cat to increase their social ability, willingness to be handled, confidence levels, and food motivation. And the truth is, there isn't a completely defined way to tell if your cat has the right personality for adventure. These traits are just the ones I've found to be most common to cats who naturally take to the adventure life. It all really boils down to you assessing your cat's personality and their likes and dislikes, and never forcing them into something that they aren't interested in or that causes them too much stress. There's a fine line between working with your cat to increase their comfort level with something and completely forcing them into a situation they are not ready for. I want to also add that cats can change their minds about things. If you try harness and leash training now and your cat doesn't take to it, don't give up. You may just need to wait and try again in the future. I tried adventure training with my cat Samson many years ago, and he wasn't a fan. However, this past year at age 10, he decided he loves it. He now asks to go out in the backyard almost every day. So be patient and follow your cat's lead. If you need help assessing your cat's personality, you can take the Kitty Cat Go personality quiz. Just visit kittycatgo.com/quiz. Are you enjoying the Kitty Cat Go Adventure podcast? Let me know by leaving a review. This will help others to find it and hopefully be inspired to get out there, try new things, and go new places with their cat. What questions do you have about adventuring with cats? Or maybe you'd just like to chat with me about what you learned in this episode. Find me on Instagram at kittycatgoadventures. You can also screenshot this episode and tag me in your stories so I can see who is listening. I'd love to continue the conversation with you, so find me on Instagram or join our Facebook group, Kitty Cat Go Adventure Team, so you can connect with a whole community of fellow cat adventurers. And as always, you can find the show notes, including all links and resources discussed in this episode at kittycatgo.com/podcast. Until next time, happy adventuring.